All right, all right, all right. It is Saturday. You know what that means. We 4-4. Guess what? We got the seventh spot in the playoffs. Oh, playoffs? Yeah, playoffs. Yes, we're in the playoffs right now. If it was to end today. So before everybody be pessimistic, like, yeah, we got 7 more games left. I bet you didn't think we'll be 4-4. Hell, we could have been 6-2. We had our act together and we know how to play with our toys. But that's okay. We're going to get into all that. Right now, you have your resident host of the Red Clay Sports Morning Show. You got your boy, Mr. Magnus, or Magnus if you know me personally. To my immediate right, you got Twisted Take, Twisted Torch TV. Subscribe to all his channels, and we wouldn't be here without the scouting, Mr. Scouting right here, our Terry Fontenot at the bottom. Mad Mike, the mad scientist. He was feeling under the weather, you know what I'm saying? But he's back, you know what I'm saying? But he might pop in here and there, once he reads the comments and see y'all acting up. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it real quick because we run a little bit late. We got Twisted Take. I know you excited, man. We about to get this dub tomorrow. I know you're excited. Talk to him. Let him know.
Man, Magnus, how you doing today, brother?
Oh, I feel 5-4 good. I feel like 5-4.
What's good, everybody in the chat, man? Shouts out to y'all. Another Saturday morning joining the team. We got a short week right after this game, but let's look forward to Sunday's game. As y'all may know, about Billard, Jonathan, he won't be active. Stephen Means will be out. Lee Smith is supposed to be out. Kendall Sheffield, Jesus Christ, man. You come back from an injury and you get re-injured and you don't even play like that. We can't even use your speed. Jesus Christ, man. He's out too. We're going to have some new pieces in. Expect Avery Williams to get a lot of PT this week. He's been playing the slot anyway. I'm hoping to see Grant a little bit more in that slot when Avery gets tired. Let's get to the Cowboys. Two of their best players aren't playing. Let's call a spade a spade. Randy Gregory isn't playing. Lawrence, he's still on IR. Smith, the left tackle. If y'all may remember, in 2017, the Cowboys came to Atlanta and Claiborne had a field day. Was it 6 sacks on them boys? 6 sacks. And this was the same game Smith did not play. So, hey, yo, this might be a game to show out. It'll be a lot of national television. A lot of people will be watching the game. That's America's team. Let's get a chance out there to show out. I'm hoping we get some good news tomorrow and Dante Fowler is able to suit up. He started practicing last week, but we don't know yet. We will see soon. If not, I know for sure we'll have him on Thursday when we play the Patriots. But just having Fowler come back into the fold, the way Ayo is growing, the way Gray, Purnell, Rush, oh my God, that boy is that's a nose tackle. Mike and Rush is a nose tackle. And if y'all didn't see that scheme of how Dean Pease said it, he said, all right, y'all want to run the ball all first quarter, I got something for that. Put 3 big defensive linemen up there, and let's see what happens then. The run game was none and void.
Nothing.
We didn't see it. And Kamara got hurt. So, hey, they play the Titans this week. Expect a loss. Without AK out there, it will be a loss. So, Titans, make sure you thank the Falcons for getting AK hurt. He putting too many miles over there with Sean Payton. They doing too much with AK. They didn't give him a rest. So, good luck to them. But, hey, we got a chance to get 2 wins back-to-back, guys. We also have a chance to get our revenge. I know y'all know what happened last year. Not getting the onside kick, losing 40-39, and what was our boy name, number 34 back in the day? Donald gave up that nasty, I don't know if he was dancing, CD Lamb cooked him on the corner route. That's how they got the field goal. No. He ain't on the team now, CD. You're going to see AJ. And make sure you prepare. 74 yards given up in 8 games. I don't even know how that's possible. He barely getting targeted. And if y'all watched the Atlanta Falcons, when he did his mic'd up, he was talking to the coach. He said, man, I want to pick. They don't even throw me the ball. Coach said, hey, man, you're going to get your opportunities, baby. That's a sign. That means they fear you. So let's keep that streak going. I don't expect the Cowboys to line up to AJ Terrell like that. I feel like they might put Gallup over there more and try to put CD Lamb and Cooper in the slot or going against Fabian. Fabian, it's your time to shine, baby. We will have the bracket coverage, whoever's on that side. AJ will be an island. We didn't worry about that. We will bracket coverage. So Fabian can be more free in that cover 2 or that cover 3 scheme to where he can go up and make tackles, that's what he's good at anyway, making tackles, right? Mm-hmm. And he's getting more physical. If you watch these past couple games, we dogged him since that Washington game. Ever since that Washington game, he been getting more physical with receivers. And versus the Saints, number 1, in that first half, he couldn't get nothing on him. I ain't see them actually make a play on Fabian until they did that weak-ass out route where Steele scored that touchdown. That was bogus. Fabian, you got to be better at that. There's more effort than that, baby. I know you're tired, and I know we with Fourier. We cannot have that, Fourier. You are the leader. You are the captain. So expect a big week from Fourier. Fourier did go to school with Zeke. Fourier did force 3 fumbles versus the Cowboys in that same stadium. It's still turf. It's like we at home. It ain't grass. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we are going to be out there fast and physical. I'm looking for OZ to continue his streak. I hope he gets able to get into the end zone. I don't think these guys are going to be able to stop us. If we had Calvin Ridley, this game would be a field day. They honestly are lucky. They honestly are lucky. But what we have here, Kyle Pitts, Cordell Patterson, Hayden, they're going to see the best of them. I'm hoping this running game can get moving forward. Mike Davis, you got to get in the fold, baby. I don't know where you've been at. You from Atlanta. Oh, all right. We good. Magnus got something. Let's get into it, baby. Let's go.
Mike Davis, a.k.a. the tiptoe burglar. Okay? We could have had Quadri Olsen do what he's doing right now. But what I will say is that if you watch Arthur Smith's presser, he said that he's picking up the blitz. So, I mean, he may not be running as well, but he is putting his head out there. I mean, maybe if we had him on that 2016-17 team, maybe we would have won the Super Bowl if he stuck his head in there would have blocked that blitzer. Just saying.
Oh my God!
I'm just taking a shot at Devontae Freeman. Just taking a shot. Now, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said because right now, Kendall Sheffield is killing me. You remember that scene in Friday when Pops was like, "How you get fired on your day off?" It's like how you. It's like, my man can't even get out his own way right now, man. I mean, we've been sitting here waiting for Sheffield to solidify that secondary, since basically last year. Like, we want him to come out since about last year. And, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have, like, 4.3, 4.4 speed, Like, you're your own worst enemy, man. Like, your hamstrings. Oh, Mike, you want to say something, Mike? You want to add something?
Nope, I'm...
I know he's got a I told you so somewhere in there before this show ends. He's gonna say I told you so. I
don't understand why people always think that Mike is gonna say I told you so. I mean,
it's true. It's damn true. Like you got to forgive Mike. Mike is trying to watch himself because we had him on IR. So he's trying not to revert back, to Mad Mike. Right now we got gray area Mike. Okay, like he's trying to watch himself right now. So maybe when we go into like a different
give me a minute. Yeah. Give me a minute. I'll get there.
Yeah. You can't hit the bench press cold, man. You got to warm up, man.
Thanks.
You can't hit that bench cold, man. But I want to give my flowers to certain people. I want to say we can't even call him AJ Terrell anymore, man. I might have to call him AJ Revis, AJ Island, Terrell Island. I mean, he may not be getting interceptions, but goddamn it, they're not even throwing his way. I mean, they literally not even throwing this man. They're not even trying. I mean, it could be frustrating the fact that they're not trying this man, but once you become elite like that, they won't even look your way. They won't even try.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, welcome to being an elite corner. Welcome to being like that dude. And now that's why I agree with Twisted when it's up to Moreau. You can start shifting your coverage over to that side. It's up to Moreau to become a good tackler. Maybe you want to play a little more aggressive, but then again, he doesn't really get interceptions like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we just need to just get stops. That's all we really need. I mean, AJ is coming into his own. I mean, he's a smart, heady player. I mean, he doesn't make really any mistakes. I mean, rarely gets penalized. I mean, the dude. I mean, honestly, I was a little disappointed. Like when we dropped him. I mean, when we drafted him, because I really didn't really know about him, except for what ESPN. I got lured into it. That's why I don't like ESPN, but they kind of hypnotized me too. He gave me the okie doke, and was like, he got burned on that play like in a national championship game. But damn it, like, look what he's done since. Before I even continue, Wizzy B, what's good, man? With the $9.99. Oh my god!
That's out to you, Weezy.
Nah, $9.99. That's like Disney Plus subscription right there, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah, he paying that for sure.
Yeah, we are getting majorly disrespected. Spread plus 9.5. Y'all saw that too. The media calling our win last week a fluke win. The media don't understand the level of revenge we have this week. DQ must pay for his sins. Oh, you damn right he will. And I tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Not even the Braves, not even y'all Atlanta Braves are getting the respect that they deserve. And they actually ramrodded the Houston Astros. So let's just call a spade a spade. Atlanta will never get the respect. Atlanta will never get the respect that they truly deserve. The only people that need the respect is like, we got us. That's it. We got us, and that's how it should only be. Let's stop looking on the outside from respect from people that can't even respect themselves, or they will turn on their personal team whenever they want. Skip Bayless turns on the Cowboys every once in a while. Everybody turns on their own personal team. They only push the narrative. That's all they do. They push that rock down the road. That's all their job is to do, to get clicks, likes, subscriptions, whatever like that. We do the same thing, but we're true fans. We doing this, but basically peanuts. We're not even on the radio yet. Yet. Okay.
Yeah. Please clarify that.
Yeah. And if you think I'm crazy now, wait till we get on the radio. Oh, I have this ain't my final
Oh boy, y'all better hit up 92.9 the game and all the rest of them. Better tell them
it's on the way.
I'm calling everybody out. Yeah, y'all talk about some Mad Mike. I got the free to do it.
Yo, we're gonna have to go on Sirius XM, man, because we about to get canceled. We go on regular radio. We about to get Miguel Sosa with the $4.99 all the way. Greetings from Mexico. Oh, go Falcons. Yo, you live down there or you on vacation, man? Like, let me know. you gotta let me know, Miguel. Are you actually from
Because I may have a few friends that might want to talk to you. All right.
Definitely. Hey, shouts out to him, man. Appreciate you for that $4.99, brother, from Mexico. Hey,
we in there.
It's worldwide, baby.
We can't even say we are the nation anymore, man. We are the globe. That's what it is, man. UK, Mexico, Australia. Yo, we in there, man. We trying to hit Africa, man.
It's coming.
Yo, we in there. But before we get into this subject, man, I gotta shout out all 93 people, man. 14 minutes into the show, we already 93 eyes, 93 people strong, man. That's what happens when you start whooping the Saints' ass. That's what happens. People wake up early, They don't want to drink on Friday. We'll drink tonight. Like, we'll drink tonight, but they don't want to drink Friday. And see, last week I get it down there. Y'all was partying, everything was. I understand that, y'all had the break hangover. Now we back to normal, whatever. But I appreciate all 91 of you guys. I'm gonna do a quick roll call. If I miss you, I apologize though. Sadrian Washington, Prince Van, he's always in there. Work for Dre, Floyd Donnelly, my New York brethren, Sean, Mr. Motivator, always in there. Eric McDowell, Wallace Smith, Asia Green. What's up, Miss Asia? David Breland, Marcus Cheshire, and Jay. Oh, God, like all these people in here. I'm about to miss some of y'all, man. But DJ with another one, $4.99. I mean, he paying the bills today. I mean, y'all paying the bills. From Marietta,
bro.
Currently living in Vegas. I love
Whoa!
living in Vegas. Woo.
Fire.
Woo. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Stay out them casinos, bro. stay away from that spread, man. Plus 9.5. Stay away from that spread. But anyway, nasty work, man. So first topic, man. We have 500. We at the 7th spot. If the playoffs were to start today, we'll probably be playing against that COVID-stricken team up in Wisconsin. How do we keep momentum? You want to start this? Because you smiling, man.
We keep momentum by building off a win. Don't let up. We going into Dallas. These Dallas team is hungry. They just got the shit beat out of them. It was 30 to shit going into the fourth quarter. When you have a wounded animal, you pounce. That's what lions and tigers do. We don't wait. So start the game off fast and early. Mike, that's why I said Mike got to bring that hammer early. He got to pick up that pass rush early because we all saw with Kyle Pitts and your boy Micah, talking about how high school was and he owes Kyle Pitts. So I'm expecting him to try to fly around quick and early and try to get plays early. We got to stop that quick. I know he ain't going to line up on Jake Matthews' side. I'm expecting him to be on Caleb's side a lot more. People are scared to go to Jake Matthews' side like that because he's holding them hostage. I don't know if he's with money heists or what, but he holding them hostage every time they come to that side. So I'm looking for us, man. On offense, start off fast. On defense, get them to 3 and out. Pressure Dak early so he can change how he was. Because as you saw with Denver, they had a scheme set for that. They had him overthrowing plays, had him thinking stuff was open when it really wasn't. That pick in the middle of the field, I don't even know what the safety, he was there the whole time. I don't know how he didn't see him, but you got to create disguises. And guess who does that good? Dean Pease. So expect to see those linebackers coming up to the front by the nose tackle, pretending like they're blitzing, dropping in the coverage to nervous Dak in the beginning. If you remember last year, we had him flustered with DQ. Them first 2-3 quarters, he was flustered. He didn't really start making plays to the end of the third quarter. That's with DQ. Dean Pease has a different system. He knows how to get after these QBs. And he watched that Denver film. We got a cornerback just like how Denver does. So watch how they work. Get after him early.
You see what we got. We got 10 doulas.
Man, God, we in it today.
Like I'm telling you, man, it's something about this bald-headed bastard that's down there calling the defense down in Dallas, man.
Yeah.
People just putting up the payday must have been yesterday, man. Old bald-headed bastard, stone cold lookalike.
You heard what he said, right?
What he said?
Talking about some when they had the press conference saying like how you feel about playing your team again. He was like, "Look, guys, I mean, we're not doing this for for kicks and kittles. I got a game plan to make. I know you got a game plan to make. You just let Denver put 30 on you. What you think the Falcons gonna do? We got better weapons than they do, honestly.
If he give up 30 again, don't think that Jerry Jones won't down there and go fire his ass at halftime. Jerry Jones is just that crazy. That is Jerry Steinbrenner. Okay, that man will fire people just for sneezing wrong. You know? But yeah, shout out to Trauma Locks, man. Appreciate you for coming here every week, man. Early too, man. DQ must pay for his sins.
Facts.
And I can't wait. I can't wait till we play. Do we play the 49ers this year?
Later on.
Oh yeah. You know who got to pay for his sins too?
Kyle Shanahan, definitely.
Oh yes. Oh yes. You know,
it's a revenge tour, baby. That's what I'm calling it. It's a revenge tour.
But I want to say this. You talk about game planning. Dak Prescott is some semi-mobile, but he broke his ankle, so he doesn't look as mobile as he used to be. So I could see a lot of Anthony Rush pushing that old excuse me for saying this, man. I know my kid is downstairs, but pushing that bitch ass center straight into his face. The same that he did the old boy last week on Trevor Siemian. I mean, he lifted up and almost took him to the Bourbon Street. He pushed him into Trevor Siemian. They were getting
Pitts, right?
Huh?
Pitts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I'm telling you, man, like, yo, right now it's something that we have been waiting for. I mean, we have been complaining about Tyler Davison, and now finally we have an animal, rather 3 animals. We got him, Pennell, and we got Davison that could actually push the pocket and free up space with Grady Jarrett. So everybody's saying like, oh, well, you know, AO might have a big game. Well, who's to say that Grady Jarrett will line up on outside of Steele? Somebody said that in the comments. Who's to say that Mean Peas is not petty enough to say, hey, Grady, you want to stack those stats? I'm calling it, man. It's either like, David Breland said they had Grady Jarrett on the outside. I see more of that this week. Walters get another three sack game. Okay. I would put him in either Walters or AO right behind him. Mm-hmm. And I have like Anthony Rush and Pennell or Davidson or something like that just to occupy, you know, to Lyman. Oh my God. You could forget about that. Trust. So, Mad Mike, you want to add to this? How do we keep momentum? I mean, we have 500, you know, could have been better, but I like where we're going. We're trending upward. Anything you like to add before we move on?
You see that guy right there, pulling that? You see him?
Ice, baby, yeah.
It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Dan Quinn, the reason why he answered the way that he answered is because he has no chance in hell as long as Matt Ryan is upright. So this motherfucker, he's gonna be out here. What he's gonna do coming out is he's gonna just come out, see how he's gonna come out blitzing. He's gonna be aggressive, and then he's gonna have no choice but to go right back into that cover 3 shit.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan is too damn good for them not to have a guy in the secondary that is capable of guarding a guy like Kyle Pitts. They have nothing. Okay? I'm not saying this because I'm a huge Falcon fan. I'm saying this because this shit is facts. Dan Quinn has no chance in hell at guarding Kyle Pitts. 0, okay? None. It's just like all these damn legends that's trying to come back to the WWE and think they're going to get some shine, or you got some young guys who think they're going to come to the WWE. Ain't nobody got a chance in hell because everybody's ass is going to be gone. All right?
Shots fired at WWE?
Yes, I had to throw that one out there. But he has no chance in hell. It's going to be a cover 3 game, and he knows it, and he knows that Matt Ryan is going to light his ass up. There is nothing you could do outside of blitzing Matt Ryan and praying to God that offensive line is going to be able to get to hold up. They literally have to pray to God that the Falcons offensive line doesn't hold up. He doesn't have a fucking chance. Who are they going to put on Kyle Pitts? Who are they going to put on Cordero Patterson? Who are they going to put on Hayden Hurst? Let's just be real. Let's be real about this. He has no chance in hell. It's mismatches across the board for the Falcons. And when you give Matt Ryan the opportunity to sit back and just do his thug thizzle, because he thugging today. He thugging out there Sunday. You're gonna see a whole nother level of Matt Ryan. All right? You're gonna see a totally different Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, when he goes against his former coaches, he turned into Tupac on Biggie. We're talking about some hit 'em up. All right? That's what we're talking about. Cutthroat. Matt Ryan is focused, laser focused. When he going against, just go back and look at the for 49ers. Everybody had the 49ers coming in, beating us 35-9 and all this type of crap. Man, he took it to Kyle Shanahan and that number and that top ranked San Francisco 49er team. So you can't. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yo,
like I said, this they have one shot at winning in Atlanta. They have one shot at winning in Atlanta. All right, and that if the Falcons don't get to Dak, they're gonna have a long day. That's the only chance they got. Because they don't have a chance. They don't have a consistent pass rush outside of Micah. And Micah is a strong side linebacker, and they're going to have to send him on blitzes.
They
got covering? Who they got covering? Who they got covering? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Thing.
I don't know, bro. Like, because we're going to get into that subject too. But I'm going to say I did a little bit of research, and a lot of people have been talking about Trevon double move Diggs and whoever that other loser is, like that second cornerback. I don't know what his name is, but he's a loser too. But guess who's one
Brown?
in terms of Brown? Yeah.
Is it Brown? AJ
like
Brown?
Yeah, he plays like shit. That's what he does. That's what his name is, Brown. You know? because guess what? Guess who's at the bottom at the league 1-2 and giving up yards? Corners.
Mm-hmm.
Trevon Diggs and Anthony Brown. They are 1 and 2 and giving up yards. I ain't talking about in a good way either. I'm talking about in a bad way. A good way is what AJ Terrell is doing. A bad way is what Trevon Diggs and Anthony Brown is doing. Okay, they just give yards left and right. So if you want to send your best pass rusher, if you want to send your best athlete on a blitz, then go on ahead. You're going to have to start sending corners. You're going to have to start overloading plays. You're going to have to do what you got to do because Matt Ryan's seen this defense for 10 years. What are you going to throw at him that he hasn't seen? I mean, I can understand, like, you know, for some of the trolls that's in the chat, maybe at least like 17 of the 117 in here, there's 17 trolls that might be in here. If that was Justin Fields, you might have had a chance. Okay? Or if it was Lamar Jackson, you might have had a chance. You know? But again, what I'm saying is, it's like when somebody's been there and they've done that and they've seen pretty much everything you got to offer, and there ain't no rhyme or reason behind your defense, DQ, let's just stop it. You ain't Dean Pease. You ain't Bill Belichick. Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, for the first time in a long time, he got one guy. He got one guy that he probably would have drafted if he was still the coach of the Falcons. We probably would have had Micah Parsons. You got one guy. And if it wasn't for him, like, you got him and you got Randy Gregory. Other than that, who else do you have? Because if you want to keep Vander Esch and keep him in the zone and give him the responsibility of being on Kyle Pitts, so be it. KZ, you gonna get this work too. Oh, you know what? Maybe even Keanu O'Neal can get this work. Because you already know he bad in coverage. You already know he bad in coverage. Please.
I forgot all about him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I forgot they even had Keanu.
We forgot about him. I don't even know if he even seen the field. He can't
He
even put him on
playing.
the
He
field.
just ain't playing that much. He ain't playing that much. When he out there though, let's go ahead and motion. Hey, Kyle, hey, motion. Let's see who we on. Baked chicken. That's what they used to do to us. Let's do that to them.
Because I'm gonna say this though, like OZ, we got a gem in OZ too. OZ been eating. OZ's been. So who are you gonna put on Oz? Because Oz been finding the end zone. So I don't know who you gonna put on Oz. Oz turned into a hell of a route runner. He must have been walking right behind. My man Rip too. You see that tricep? God damn, Oz.
It's a grown man out there, man.
Yeah, Jersey boy, man. But yo, you see what he did to? You see what he did
to Marcus Grabbamore?
Yeah, I call him Law and Order SVU because he stayed grabbing. He just too grabby, man. Like a drunk man in the club, man. They don't know his liquor, man. He don't know his limit. Just stay grabbing, bro. But yo, I'm not worried about this. I want to know how they're going to use Micah, and I don't think they're going to use him in pass rush situation. They may have to drop him and use some other kind of scheme. I don't know. I don't even know. But
you saw how the Bucs used that to their advantage when they were trying to put him in coverage. on that first game. You think he improved since that first game?
Hell no.
Hell
No. I mean, he probably went up to Dan Quinn and was like, "Oh, I want the responsibility of guarding Mike. I know him. I want the responsibility. Put me on him, coach." Because Dan Quinn ain't gonna say no. He's a player's coach. He ain't gonna say no. You want that
I
work?
honestly think there's gonna be a lot of cover 3, cover 2, cover 3. I really believe that because, like, you're gonna have to force Matt Ryan to throw it. Like, they don't have a choice at this point. Like, you're gonna have to force him not to throw it, but to kind of hold the ball a bit. Because if you get in the habit of sending blitzes, you got 2 guys. And that's mainly what it is. You got 2 guys, and you got a third one, also that the Falcons like to use with this wide receiver screen, and that's Cordero Patterson. So you can't get in the habit of just like blitzing because they've been known to, spread. You got motion out Cordero Patterson. He's in the backfield, and they motion him out. They throw, like, they've been doing a lot of things with Cordero, using them like AK. Those guys, those running backs, like, you can't really get a beat on. So it's like, what are they going to do? That's the biggest thing. What can you do? The Falcons have 2 tight ends that can legitimately take it to the house. Everybody's so focused on Kyle, but you still got Hayden Hurst. The dude still runs a 4.5 on the dang to himself. So it's so many mismatches with the defense, and I'm just gonna say this: this I've said it before, but the only way that they have a chance is the Falcons just get, for whatever reason, they get into a game where they can't get out their own ways, and the Falcons just have a ton of penalties. That's the only shot that Dallas has to really stop this team. And if they don't get Zeke going, and I'm sure you guys are gonna talk about that, if they don't get Zeke going, I really hate it for. I really do hate it for Dakota Prescott, man. I really hate it for him.
Well, we heard that Zeke is having knee issues. He was limited last week, so I'm kind of anxious to see, is he going to be tiptoeing versus Foyer and Deion Jones. Deion and Foyer have missed tackles, but when they come out, they land the boom. Eric Harris is laying the boom. They not coming just to give you baby tackles. They coming to hit. So Zeke better be ready.
Have y'all noticed this? Every time Debo and Foyer, like, it's either they playing an old teammate or playing an old coach. You know what I'm saying? Those guys always seem to get a little bit more amped up. And we know what happened last time with Foyer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you something, man. Foyer is on the run right now. I would like to tell y'all breaking news. Foyer Aluakon is on the run for attempted murder on Trevor Siemian. What he did was sweet.
Yeah,
he jumped up and did the Yokozuna Banzai drop on him. My man.
I did not understand that, bro, because he was going to kill him either way it went. He would have ran straight through. He was going to hurt him worse.
Yo,
he hit him
twice, right? Because he hit him twice. The first one he hit him like straight on, right?
Yeah. When he threw that deep pass to Steels and Fabian and Herman made a good play. Oh yeah, he laid a hit on him. That was the first drive. That's what made them punt the ball on that third down. Boy, they came out of nowhere. I'm like, damn, how you get to the backfield that fast?
Yeah, them dudes, they've been hitting lately, and we kind of see that Dean Pease has pretty much said that he's only giving them so much, which is why they're playing so freely. And so, look, this is a sleeping giant. I'm just gonna be honest, man. This Falcons defense is a sleeping giant. This guy's not even giving them most of his playbook, and them guys are slowly starting to get it.
This is not their final form, man. I'm telling you, this is not it. You know,
yeah.
George Costanza. Seinfeld reference with the $4.99.
$4.99.
Here's the issue. Kyle Pitts is a matchup nightmare, but they may blanket like in the Carolina game. Zach and Gage have to step up. CP can't do it all.
They ain't gonna be able to. They
I
don't
mean,
have.
you
They
could-
don't
you
have
could
that
do
corner.
when you have Stephon Gilmore. You could blanket somebody when you have a corner like that. But
Diggs ain't that.
Diggs is not that. Yeah, he doesn't have the size for that. Like plain and simple. And then if you do that, yeah, Gage can step up. I mean, you forgot about Oz going to step up. I mean, we got guys that can step up, and then just like Mike said, you got Hayden Hurst. There's different guys that can step up, and it seems like Matt Ryan is now comfortable in jukes. I want to can somebody, if anybody out there that play Madden, can they at EA Madden NFL on Twitter or on Instagram and tell them to up Matt Ryan's juke? Because what he did to Demario Davis is crazy.
Hold on. I got it. That was nasty.
That man was on the ground, boy.
Man,
Yeah,
he turned him into a meme.
He tried to grab his foot, and Matt Ryan hopped over him. Get your stupid ass out of here, dude. What you doing over here, man? You lost your mind.
He turned him into a meme. Like he will forever be on the ground. On the ground, Demario. That's his name, man. That's his name.
Did y'all hear what Dean said about the switch with Deion and Fourier? About why he switched
for a while. Yeah, it's been like that for a while. Deion has always had issues with verbalizing, being one of those guys that like get people. And Deion plays best when he's free, to roam. So that's just the best way to do it. I'm having I don't have any issues with it because when you got a guy like Fourier, I mean he's a guy that comes from one of the smartest, most difficult schools to get in anyway. So we know he's intelligent. So it's just it's the right thing to do. And like I said, Deion is a free. He's the improviser. That's what he does best. When he's free to be himself and do what he does and that wreak havoc, because you don't know what the hell Deion is gonna do. And I think that's the best way to do it. Fourier is just Fourier is the traditional linebacker, to be honest. Linebacker, and he's meant for that. He's meant for that spot. So I think he's just the best way to file. Because that's why I said this defense is it's a sleeping giant. And I'm not just saying this because you're talking about the Falcons have not even got the best out of Grady Jarrett yet. That's the scary part about it. They're still experimenting with Grady Jarrett. They're using him like a guy like Aaron Donald. And you got a corner right now that is starting to get it in Fabian Moreau. I know a lot of people are really down on him, but he's playing a lot more discipline. Outside a couple of crazy calls in there, he's playing well. And then you got another guy that I think who's actually been playing well also, and that's Avery Williams. Avery Williams and Hawkins, them guys are really starting to get it. So we talk about coaching all the time. Like all these guys with talent, we're starting to see Dean Pease. You're really starting to see Dean Pease really show what he can do as a defensive and a talent evaluator. Like that's what he's doing right now. He's showing people that once he understands what you can do, he's going to put you in a position to succeed. So, man, this offense, if Matt Ryan can continue to lead the passing game until this running game get going, man, that's like I said, this team could really be a sleeping giant. And we're talking about going back what Nick Wright said. Nick Wright said this a while back. Could be a very sneaky playoff team because the Falcons are not really even, like I said, the Falcons not even running the ball consistently well.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna read the. I'm gonna ask you this question, because I happened to watch maybe like 15 minutes of that god awful game on Thursday. And how do you feel about seeing the plays that, and I'm probably speaking on behalf of people that's in the chat, because I'm sure they're wondering, like, they see Javon Holland and they see Trevor Mulrig and they see these guys like starting and they making impact plays. Like, what do you think about Richie Grant? So far we're getting towards like the halfway point in the season. So, what do you think about him and his potential moving forward?
I'm gonna be honest. Richie Grant, and if they can't come to an agreement or see what happens, if he doesn't heal properly, Richie Grant is going to be that Isaiah Oliver. The dude, he's very aggressive. He's physical. And once he get the mental, that dude is going to be one hell of a player. I love what I'm seeing from him. The dude is just like I said, he's getting to the point where he's not he's getting to the point where he's running freely. And that's what we kind of keep a focus on. Guys can't really truly be themselves until they're not thinking and running freely. So now we're seeing Dion run freely. Now we're seeing guys like Foyer, Avery Williams, all these guys, even Jalen Hawkins. These guys are running freely now. You can see it. They're not thinking. They're not thinking at all. So Richie Grant, he finally started to run freely, and he's not thinking. And that's what Dean P wanted to get. That's where he wanted to get first, to see these guys. He had to scale things back so these guys can start running freely. And once they start running freely, you can get the true talent out of them. So, like I said, that's the main reason why I said the sleeping giant is because these guys are finally starting to run freely, and they're not thinking. They're not hesitating. Because you saw that earlier, during the season. Everybody was hesitating, missing tackles. When you see a lot of missing tackles, that right there tells you a guy's not running freely. They're not playing freely. So that's when you start to see it. Falcons are like really starting that game against Carolina. I know everybody was upset about the offense and defense, but I think that was a beautiful game. I thought that was a well-played game by both teams. And like the Falcons, offense was okay, defense was okay, but sometimes that's what you need. Hard-hitting ass games that's gonna get you into that mindset. It's like, damn, all right, I think we better than what we think we are. That's right there where the Falcons defense turned around. That Carolina game, they needed to be hit in the mouth, and they needed to hit somebody in the mouth. And that's what we saw. So now we're really starting to see this Falcons team. And I really feel sorry for any of those running backs, especially that little Tony Pollard, because the Falcons linebacker is going to be hitting his ass. They're going to be hitting him.
I don't know if you said this. I had an issue. But as far as with Deion's, with his instincts, he said when he doesn't have to call plays, he can just go straight hit and tackle. I'm physical. I don't have to worry about getting people set and all that. Foyer is a key. He's good at that. Let Foyer handle that. Let me be free. And as you see them screens, and when him at weak side linebacker, it's different. I don't know if y'all saw this. Well, I know y'all saw it, of course, but the fans versus Mark Ingram on that first drive, they was running the ball back and forth. They kept running. I remember that. They tried to set up a screen. Deion wait. He said, "Oh, I know they didn't. I'm there."
He was right there.
2 yard long. Screens don't go.
Y'all really did this? Y'all tried me like that? Man, he hawked that thing down so fast.
They must have forgot.
And another thing people didn't realize, I told people Deion Jones is the AK stopper. The only time AK really got passes is when they tried to blitz Deion. When they were doing delayed blitzes and Alvin was just sitting there and no one picked him up. But when Deion was on Alvin Kamara, I didn't really see too many big plays from AK. Let's be real. And even on that play in the red zone when he was guarding the tight end, they tried to play him again. Batted pass. Next time it's an INT. they're picking and choosing who to go with. They don't go with Dion. They don't go with AJ Terrell. They try to run away from Grady. That's why he put Grady at that end.
Yep.
Y'all not finna run off tackle and think Grady finna. No, you're not finna be able to double team Grady Jarrett in the middle. That's what's the hard thing about playing D tackle. You're able to get double team much easier compared to being on the left tackle or right tackle. You're getting one-on-one matchups, especially if you have a D tackle that's able to take on 2 blocks. Oh
Rush.
my God!
Well,
Go ahead,
I'm glad you go that. But real quick, Mac, I'm glad he brought that up because that's the main reason why I wanted Tyler Davidson out of the lineup. And what we're seeing is the adjustment that he's made with that is forcing teams, putting Grady on the edge is forcing teams to run at towards the middle of the field. And that's why you got big guys like Rush and Pennell in the middle. Now you got to go to Grady Jarrett. Now you got to go at Grady Jarrett, or you're forced to go at those big behemoth of a man, like they do like what, 6'4", 6'5", 350 pounds each.
Yes.
Yeah. Rush. Oh my God! Did you see how Rush stuck the pound though? He had left the guard up, and Camaro was confused. Like, I don't know where to go. I'm just gonna fall. That's what I mean.
They got a choice. I'm either go at Rush, I'm gonna go at Grady. Like, what you gonna do? Like, let's be real. And that's the adjustment, and that's what size does to you. Especially when you got a guy like Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett is gonna beat. It don't matter what. He's just a man beater. All right. He's just a man beater. That's what he is. And you put a guy like in the future, a Jordan Davis who has that athleticism to equal a Grady Jarrett. And that's why I say we've not seen the full potential of a Dean Pease defense. We're just scratching the surface of it.
I like that. Hey, hold on. But shouts out to my homie Swaggy. He just sent me a cash out for 30 for going live. So shouts out to Swaggy.
That's what's up, yo.
Shouts out to you, brother.
Hey, everybody, look, this is what we want to do. If you guys really want to, we're really trying to get K Styles and Twisted to 1K. And if you guys want to directly just show us some love, man, the Cash App is the best way to do it. All right. We'll have everybody Cash App in the descriptions. So you kind of help not only Miss Maggie, K Styles, but Twisted, man. Let's show us some love, man.
Shouts out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, the fans, bro. Always.
Man. Just to be able to piggyback on what you said, just to be able to have, just like you said, that space eater, that Don Terry Poe, that Grady Jackson, somebody that's in the middle, just like to eat up blocks, that you can afford to move, Grady Jarrett to the outside and just beat up on these little weak ass tackles and whatnot. I mean, actually, I would like to say this. Until later on in the game, I don't even remember, and I gotta give shout out to Arthur Smith and Dave Ragone. I don't hear like Cam Jordan's name even mentioned until almost like the midway through the third or fourth quarter. So they started sitting like 0 blitzes. I didn't hear nothing from Cam Jordan. We didn't talk about that.
He tried to go to Jake Matthews' side, and that shit got.
He a goofy.
He tried, he didn't do that. He was too good over there, boy. He tried to go to Jake's side, but Jake said, take your ass right back on that table.
I mean, like I said, they kept they tried to move him around. They moved him to McGarry side. No matter where you go, you're gonna get problems. I did not hear anything from him until almost like midway through the fourth quarter. So I want to say shout out to Dave Ragone, shout out to Arthur Smith for that, because if that was Kyle Shanahan, if that was shout out to K Styles, feel better, bro, Farmer Fran.
Yes,
they would have left him on the island. They would have left him on the island. We get tired of seeing this. We get tired of seeing
Yeah,
that.
hey, that was a great point, man. That's a great point, bro. How that offensive line did versus that top 6, top 5 defense. I'm really enjoying that, bro. Especially knowing that we complain about our receivers not really getting open. OZ was getting open. Russell Gage was getting open. But Russell Gage, stop jumping off the ground, please,
That's Super
sir.
Mario,
Bruh.
man. That's his name.
Bruh.
Super Mario, man.
Stop.
Yeah, he stayed trying to jump.
What you jumping for? The man ain't even there yet, and you jumping.
Yo,
He wilding, bro. He gotta do better than that. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But the game plan they had, we can't say we don't have a top 10 right guard, a top 10 left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
These two are showing. Hey, Hennessy. On that play when Matt Ryan saved your ass because you messed up big time. You missed the whole block. And Matt was like, God, he didn't even go to block anybody, Mike. If he would have blocked somebody, Matt Ryan would have put the first down. He didn't block nobody. They watched Matt dodge people and get the 5 yards. I'm like, damn, Matt is so good, bro. I'm glad he didn't take a sack or something like that because that would have been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, when you've been sacked over 300 times, you'll know how to get your ass out of trouble. He's so used to dealing with James Carpenter and oh god, what's the other name of the human turnstile? It was James Carpenter and who was the other guy from last year?
Brown.
Brown.
Brown. Oh my god, Jamon Brown, whatever his name, he with the purple dreads.
Yeah. Man, when you get sacked that many times in a season, you'll learn how to get your ass out of trouble. Drop that weight, go vegan, whatever you gotta do, man. Get light. That's what you gotta do. Start moving. But speaking of moving, we're gonna move on to the next topic. How will our defensive line deal with their O line? But their O line is basically patchwork right now because their all pro left tackle is out, and Tyron Smith. And I ain't worried about La'el Collins. Really, the only one I'm worried about is Zach Martin. And Zach Martin gonna have to deal with 350 pounds of anger coming at him every play. And if he goes out, Pennell's gonna come out, so he's gonna have to deal with that. So good luck with that. What y'all got about that, man? How will our line deal with their O line?
I think that as far as with Grady, I think as long as he doesn't line up in front of Zach Martin, which I think he can beat Zach Martin, but I want us to do easy matchups for Grady. Let's not make Grady have to thing. I feel like Grady's gonna have a good game plan, man. I think Dean is gonna line him up versus tackle whoever it is or Collins, and they are gonna eat. They might send stunts just to see if that left tackle knows what he's doing as far as picking the outside or picking the closest man. I'm anxious to see how that works for him. Collins, let's call a spade a spade. He was out 5 games. He's really just now getting his feet wet. I want to see how he does on that line of scrimmage. And is he still at the right tackle? Or are they going to move him to the left tackle?
I think they've been saying, yeah.
They're gonna keep him.
We're gonna say that, but I think they're gonna keep him.
Good luck to you. Hey yo, and Grady on one side. I don't know who you gonna pick, cause yo know how to come off them pressures too. So good luck with that. I think Dion and Foye will be a big pivotal part as far as with blitzing on certain down packages. They might switch it up sometimes second down, sometimes third down, but they're gonna make sure they test those outside edges. As long as Deion Jones is able to keep that outside, Zeke not gonna be able to run the middle all game. Let's just be 100. If he's having hurt knee issues, he's not gonna want to run up the middle the whole game.
Man, Zeke ain't been the same since he held out and went to Cabo, man. He just ain't been the same since then. Man. Like since he got his money, he just ain't been the same. He don't want to hit the hole as hard. He don't want to back. No, this ain't happening no more, man. It's just not. It doesn't seem like the same Zeke. I mean, if he's talking about injury, I mean, it's all good. But I mean, it looked like they're trying to transition into totally part of it. They give him like 50-50 split carries and whatnot. So, I mean,
he got 5 TDs though. Zeke got 5 TDs. He got 5 TDs, so they're gonna try to use him in the red zone.
I mean, you paying somebody that much to be a goal line back or a short yardage back? That's just crazy, bro.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, that play he did versus the Bucks, when they threw a toss to him and he couldn't hit the edge versus a corner. Yeah, he better not do that versus.
Nah, you don't want to go sideways on this team.
They too fast.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't got to worry about a corner being there. We got horses at the linebacker position. There's gonna be some LBs over there. I don't got to worry about no corner being there. Okay, it's gonna be either Dion, it's gonna be Debo, or it's gonna be Foye. First of all, can I say, speaking of Foye, y'all was talking about him. God, I mean, does he know how to hit those A-B gap blitzes or not, man? God damn, does he know how to hit those gaps, man? I mean, I like
the scheme, though. It was a scheme. They forced everybody down to the right to leave the offensive line guessing and saying that somebody's coming off the edge. Swoop, I go right in. Easy hit. Clap. That's how you have to scheme. People forget that's a big part of NFL games. This isn't high school. You have to scheme players to make plays, and it's showing. Week to week, it shows players making plays in this scheme.
Yeah. And for the first time in a long time, when you play the Atlanta Falcons, that you're getting pressure from different areas. You're not just getting it from the front four, and you see, the rest, they drop 7. It's not like that anymore. You don't know who's dropping. You don't know who's coming. It's coming. And the thing is, it's like what you said. It's coming on delays. It's not immediate. Like, they're not just sitting there, in the gap, and it's like, okay, you know where I'm coming, you can account for me. No. And then they're mixing it up too, so you don't know where it's coming from. So I want to say shout out to Dean Pease. I mean, Swills is saying this guy Swills in the chat. I mean, I read some of the things that he was saying. Yeah, like he was saying that he don't know if Dean Pease had 3 or 4 years in him. I mean, he took time away from football. I mean, it's not as strenuous playing as D coordinator. It's not strenuous as playing as a head coach. And for the first time, it seemed like in a long time, he's having fun coaching these guys, So let's not put him out the pasture just yet. And also, once DPs leaves, his son is on board too. So who's to say that Dean doesn't say hey, I'm going to, entrust my son to this defense, that's going to run this, that's going to run this shit. So it can happen, but let's not put this man out the pasture just yet. It's only year 1. Jesus Christ, man.
Man, people don't realize Pittsburgh defensive coordinator. He coached. He was almost 80 years old.
Dick LeBeau.
He coached him. He was 80 years old. So it's like
Jim Johnson too.
Just because you're in your 70s. Jim Johnson. Yep, Jim Johnson. Yep, until he.
Bill Belichick.
Him. I mean, like I said, these guys are they up there in age. So it's just because you're 70 years old just doesn't mean you have to. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why you have assistants. Let the assistants do all the yelling and screaming, and you just come. You come to the game, call the necessary plays, and let that be it. So, that's why you got assistants, man. At the end of the day, man, what I'm saying for this defense, I continue to say, is that we're finally starting to see. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is one of the things that that's been really on my mind. When I go back and I look at a lot of top defenses, the misconception is that a lot of these defenses have some of the top defensive line. They really don't have some of the top defensive line. And what they have, and you can go back and look at that Baltimore Ravens defense. You can go back and look at the Jets defense. Hey, all those, they had one thing. They had two things. One thing in common. Those guys had immaculate coverage that allowed them to do different things up front, and that's what you're seeing with the Falcons. So when teams start to respect the Falcons secondary and knowing that they can start making plays, this is where you're gonna start seeing the sack numbers go up. Because they're not going to once they know that Richie Grant is a player, they know that Hawkins is a player. When they start making these plays, you're gonna start to see them sack numbers go up. One thing too, I always say this, and a lot of people always say that sacks is just one of the most overrated sack numbers and pressure rates. Don't listen to all that goofy ass geeky shit. I gotta say this. I gotta say this shit because I saw this bullshit on the Falconholic, and I typically don't go. I typically don't do this, but I'm seeing this stupid shit all over the internet. It really pisses me the fuck off when you see all these damn they're talking about fucking pressure rates and goddamn sack percentages. None of that shit matters. Tack fucking McKinley for 3 years straight on the Atlanta Falcons led this team in pressure rates and sack percentages, and his ass is in fucking Cleveland, and he was a fucking journeyman, and we up here like literally slobbering over some damn pressure rates and press. Like, what the fuck cares? Can you get the sack on third down? Can you get the fourth down stop? That's where it matters. Can you get the red zone stop? Up here talking about some damn pressure rates. Nobody give them out that geeky ass shit. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. That's really been pissing me off.
Not the analytics.
Look, bro. Every time I see a damn pressure rate, that shit drives me fucking crazy, man. That shit drives me nuts. Fucking pressure rate. The hell I care about a damn pressure rate? Did you get the sack or not? Y'all always say that crap about Matt Ryan. Did we win or not? Did we get? I want to hear nothing about no damn pressure rate.
Bro, it took an hour and 53 seconds.
I'm sorry. I really hate pressure rates. I really hate pressure rates. That's one thing I cannot stand pressure rate. It's the dumbest shit. Whoever came up with it, they need to be outlawed. Don't ever come to football. Don't talk about football ever again. That shit is crazy.
Probably Pro Football Focus. You know, Charles Barkley said this. Charles Barkley said this on Inside the NBA. He was like, analytics is just made by guys who couldn't play, he couldn't play ball in high school and couldn't get the girls, and he was trying to get in the game. He said that's what analytics is. Because it
really is.
Like,
oh my god.
Mike, you could throw QBR in there too because we already had passer rating. We already had passer rating. Why did you?
Who's leading the QBR right now?
Uh-oh.
They're not gonna say that though.
I ain't gonna say it. I want to say it.
They're not gonna say that. That's what I'm talking about.
If a certain quarterback in Tampa, was leading in QBR, if a certain quarterback in Kansas City was leading in QBR, if somebody man bun in Green Bay was leading, no.
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Matt Ryan leading in QBR.
Now watch.
Now the statistic doesn't even matter because of the fact that he's leading in that. Doesn't matter now.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're going by percentages and all that, then AJ Terrell is having like a really bad 2 years because he doesn't get no picks. I mean, he gets tackles every once in a while, but he doesn't get any picks. He doesn't get picked on. So he's just basically like a guy out there that's just doing his job. If we're talking about just analytics and whatnot, right? What does the analytics say about a guy like that? Like that, what the eye test does not show. Because it's all about the eye test. The man's playing out of his mind. But percentages show that he's the third best, corner, that this playing. Come on, man. Stop. Because they were slurping Trevon Diggs, and he's leading in a stat. Yards. Yards. That's what that dude does. He gives up yards. That's what he does. Man, y'all better be. Oh my God, they're lucky that slide ain't playing, man. They so glad. Oh, they're so lucky that slide ain't playing tomorrow, man. Yeah. That's all right, man. Wizard of Oz is playing tomorrow. You don't get that. Oh. Oh. All right. Twisted. I'm gonna let you take this one, man, because you're a trenches guy, man. With Gregory out, how you think they will feature Micah Parsons? Let the games begin. This is gonna be funny.
Man, I'm praying and hope they try to use him just only pass rush. They better not put that man in coverage, dog. I don't think he's ready to guard nobody in coverage right now, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what I've seen. Because in the NFL, it's not just about speed. These guys have double moves they're doing at the line of scrimmage. Zacchaeus ain't finna be doing short little moves to where he got to drop back in coverage. He gonna throw it right on the outside, and Zacchaeus going 15, 20 yards up the field. That man can't guard people like that. I'm just saying. He has 5 sacks on the year. He does know how to get tackles for loss. That's what he was doing in college. So he can do that. Do not put that man in coverage. Dan Quinn, listen to me. How you used to do Vic Beasley, do not do that. We will send a wheel route up that middle, and Cordell is going to toast that man. There's ways to avoid that. So make sure you use him as a blitzer, because I don't see nobody else on their pass rush that can actually give up 2 sacks. I don't see it. He's the only person. We have been hard at stopping people with speed rush. So I'm hoping that Caleb takes another step with that, because the Panthers, they had speed rush. Burns and the leading sack with Hassard, they were making plays off speed rush. I think Caleb is good to that bull rush, but he still hasn't got to where you got to spread wide when you're dealing with that speed rush. He has to take that right leg and spread to drive Parsons all the way up, and then Matt Ryan steps up and it's on the money. Don't put Parsons in cover. That's all I really got to say. I don't see nothing else. I had a speech for Gregory. I thought Gregory was gonna play. When they made that, I really don't got much to say. I mean, it's just one person.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they better not put that man in coverage. But that's gonna be a long day for him. If that happens, they put him. That's the last thing that you want to do is put him in coverage. Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Y'all realize, again, this ain't analytics. One more time for the people in the back twisted. What did you say about that leg? What did you say about that leg as a lineman? What are you supposed to do for a speed rusher?
That right leg is supposed to go step out. So that way you can force Parsons to go all the way around. And that way Matt Ryan is able to step up to the pocket and throw spirals. That's all you got to do. You force it. He want to do speed, you take the speed with him. You just go with him. Drag him all the way out. That's the best way.
You see what happens? Everybody that's part of this nation, everybody that either hosts or is a crew member or anything like that, we all played the game from each different level. We played them at different levels. We played them at, whether it's like in high school, whether it was college, whether it was you was played in the trenches, whether you was a linebacker, whether you was a safety, or was a quarterback. We're giving it not from the fact of like a fan perspective, yes, we do, but when we break things down like that, that's when we giving it to, because we actually seen it happen. We actually dealt with coaches. We had to actually study film and playbooks and all that. We didn't just pop on Madden every August when it drops and say like, this is how we learn football. It's not like that, man. It's not like that. So I really hope that all 148 of y'all, thanks for coming out. All 148 of y'all appreciate that, because we're giving you the straight heat, and it's not just from a fanboy perspective, because when the team is stinking, we get on them. Trust me, we got on them last year. So again, we're giving you different perspectives. When you seen Twisted,
I found a picture though. Hold on. You said top 3, it's top 2. You said it's top 3, it's top 2. Let me move this comment, please.
Oh, you got Mr. Zesty up there. Okay, I see.
Oh, move this comment. Let me see what's up so y'all can see. That's a 1-point difference.
Well,
I need y'all to see that.
Women lie. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie, man. There it is.
That's a 1 difference.
1 point difference.
Mm-hmm. And that's the best what they're saying, right? Jalen Ramsey is the best right now. That's what they've been saying. It looked like AJ Terrell is right behind him, and he is the only one that hasn't allowed over 100 yards passing yet. That's AJ Terrell, 74 yards.
Total, right?
Yeah.
Total. I mean, what is this? Week 10. Week 10, 74 yards total. That's it. When you get on this field and you see 24 line up across from you, I'm taking your lunch money. I'm going to put my feet up on your couch. I'm going to walk through your living room with my muddy shoes on, and you're going to like it. And you're going to learn to love it. Okay? Plain plain and simple. We've been waiting for this for a long time. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I may be in disagreement with the rest of the members here. I wasn't a big fan of Trufant. You know, he was steady. This is the guy I've been waiting for. This dude. He's not flashy like Dion or nothing like that, but I've been waiting for a guy where I'm not even worried. When you go out there and you see 24 out there, I'm not even worried we line up across. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta sit there worry about Fabian. You know, like this Fabian, no penalties, no laundry. That's it. That's the only thing I'm ever worried about, man.
But he's playing defense now. It ain't, you know, he has his hand up. He's actually there. He just has to complete the plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we getting close too. We getting close to some INTs. It looked like Terrell dropped one when I think they tried him on
that corner route
line.
Mm-hmm. That corner route. He didn't turn his head around fast enough.
Mm-hmm. He knew that.
He was looking at the man. That's what I'm saying. His coverage is so sticky. He got glue on his hands. He don't even know how to pay attention.
He don't know how to turn around. He don't know how to turn around yet. Yo, that's all right, man. I like those kind of problems. I'll be real. I like those kind of problems, man. Swivel said Diggs is just the worst version of 2018 KZ. A lot of picks and no substance. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. hey, man, Mike. I swear to God, I know Arthur Smith turned on that tape for the Falcons and saw two tight ends running streaks and DeMonte Casey being slow, not guessing the right person.
Yeah, that's why I said Matt Ryan is going to have. That's the real reason why he don't want to talk. That's the real reason, because he ain't got no answer for it. He got to worry about hating, and the crazy part about it, what a lot of people don't realize, is that our receivers have been running the exact same route. So, like what Arthur been doing, he's been mixing and matching those seam routes. Sometimes it's Kyle, and most of the time it's Kyle. Sometimes it's Hayden, but a lot of the times we running the exact same route with our wide receivers. So you could potentially see Russell Gage and OZ really taking those things to the house. That's one thing about Arthur Smith. What he likes to do is he like to attack the middle of that field. He will destroy that middle of the field over and over and over again until you give up that sideline. That's what he really wants to do. Believe it or not, he want to throw those corner routes. He want to throw those out routes so he can let the athletes be athletes and get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hand. But teams like to really take that away, and like I said, it's going to be. It's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to a game of whether or not Matt Hennessy is going to be able to hold up in the middle. If he's on point, this game is going to be a long game for Dallas.
God, I hope so, man. I hope. I mean, for the most part, Hennessy takes that next step these next 7 games. There's a reason why we took, I'm not going to say he was a generational talent, but he's second generation in Dahlman, in this past draft. Because right now this is a tryout for Hennessy, I mean, if Dahlman comes in training camp, which honestly I think he will, I think he's going to take his spot next year. It is what it is. But
it's going to be some competition.
It's going to be some competition. You know what's funny? And here's the thing is, you know who we forgot about? Yo, Matt Ganol. Like,
does he come back this year?
I don't know, but if he doesn't, I mean, that's a nice problem to have, because where do you put
Matt
Ganol? He is
working out. I don't know if he's coming back, but I know he is like having like private sessions workouts.
That's
so
cool.
Where would you put him? Where would you put him? Like, because I believe he's got to start. Like, he's just that guy, He's shown that he's able to start. Like, do you pull somebody out, or,
Well, he's going to receive playing time, because he's going to receive playing time. But Arthur loves to get his lineman in on short yardage situations, whether it's middle of the field or goal line red zone opportunity. So, if he's able to come back, I fully expect him to be because what they're going to force to do is use Hayden Hurst. They're going to have to use Hayden Hurst in those short yardage situations. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but teams are really starting when the Falcons go to those big formations. Teams are starting to use a lot of like nickel and big nickel to come back because they know that's typically where the Falcons like to pass the ball. So once that running game get going for the Falcons, like teams are they're gonna be hell. Like it's really gonna be hell on earth for the opposing team because we go to those big sets. Matt Ryan getting full protection, and you got athletes like Kyle Pitts who's blocking a lot better now, and that little punk bitch. Cam Jordan had nothing to say when he was blocking his ass and blocking those linebacker. I just had to throw that out there. He's talking about he lighting the pants, and then next thing we know, we see Kyle Pitts on him. We see Kyle Pitts on Demario Davis. Yeah, we saw that. Well, I definitely saw it.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm a quiet as hell after the game. They talking. That man was talking hella shit, boy.
Pitts is too light in the butt to be a tight end. It costs.
I could see us doing that though. I really could see us doing it. Since Lee Smith is out, I really think we're gonna run a lot of big formations out there. I think we're gonna have like Spriggs out there. We're gonna have like almost like 6 offensive linemen out there. If you want to start sending blitzes, then by all means go on ahead. Because Lee Smith is a tight end, but he's our blocking tight end. So we're just gonna send another lineman out there. You know, it is what it is. Like you asked for it. If that's what you want, you can come get this work. Because we finally got, offensive coordinator and a coach that's in synergy, and that knows how to make adjustments on the field and during the game now. Now that Arthur Smith knows how to use his toys. That's it, That's what I'm proud of. He's going to confuse the shit out of Dan Quinn tomorrow. I'm sorry. That's what he's going to do. I don't give a damn. Quinn can get this work. I can't wait till Kyle Shanahan, too. I can't wait till we go up against Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, my God.
Yeah, boy.
I can't wait.
Frisco fans are not happy with him right now. They are not happy with him.
It was like,
he's gonna have to go back to coaching. He's gonna have to go back to being an offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah, he is not. His ego too massive. He doesn't want to give up any type of power until he learns how to give up power and trust coaches and trust his players. He's gonna forever be an offensive coordinator.
He's what was the name of that dude from Oregon that ended up as Philly's coach? Chip Kelly. Him and Chip Kelly got the same record, 25 and 44.
Wow.
25 and 44. So
that's nasty.
Yes, and let's stop. So let's stop. These trolls that come in here talking about Kyle Shanahan and Matt Ryan was better with Kyle Shanahan. So here's a little tidbit for you, since y'all like numbers or whatever. Statistically, Matt Ryan's on pace to be better in this system than he was in Kyle Shanahan's system. Statistically.
Ouch!
Oops.
When them numbers come out, boy, it changed the game plan, don't it?
I hope I didn't cause much trouble. But anyway, so at this point, because we ain't gonna keep y'all too much from the Georgia Dogs game, because I'm gonna need y'all to do some scouting for me, because there's gonna be some dogs on this team next year. I'm calling it. This is the Q&A part. So if y'all got any questions, throw them in there. We're gonna get to a couple of questions. We're gonna let y'all go. We know y'all got lives and whatnot. 143 of y'all, 143 likes, 143 sets of eyes, 143 subscriptions, man. I appreciate y'all coming out here early in the morning. So get your questions out here. In the meantime, we could do our predictions, but get those questions out. Score predictions. I know Mike doesn't do that, so I'm gonna skip over him because he don't do predictions.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrible.
He don't do that. So Twisted, go ahead, man.
Man, I'm so wrapped because I feel like this is gonna be a high scoring game. But then another thing is thinking like, but I feel like Dean Pease is gonna shut Dak down. I don't know why I feel like this, bro. And I'm torn between the two. I really want it to be a high scoring game and us ended at the end, but then I'm like, nah, I want Matt Ryan to coast this week. So I'm looking at it. I think we're gonna score 30 points. I can say that. I'm gonna say 35.
Ooh, 35. Ooh.
I'm gonna say 35-24.
35-24. Cover the spread.
The other way.
Yeah, the other way. Yeah. I mean, they have a three-headed monster at receiver, so you got to account for that, right?
Yeah.
But I swear, the way this defense is playing, I think I swear Fourier is gonna have a high impact in this game, man. He's gonna have some impact on this game, and he's been getting the quarterback. So if I was Dak Prescott, I'll be looking for 54. I'll be looking for 45. I'll be looking for 92. Like, bro, like it's gonna happen. But to my opinion, God. And the thing is, like, just like what CP said, he said we like to give our fans heart attacks. So I got to account in that too, right? I think 28-17. Stop it. I'll say that. 28-17. Eric Badal said, do you guys think DQ can adjust to Arthur Smith's offense? Hell no. What else I got?
I don't even think that's close.
Yeah.
That's just not in his repertoire.
Yeah, he doesn't do adjustments. Just look at the Super Bowl tape. Look at when we lost to the Cowboys. He don't do adjustments, man. He's what he is. Dairy Queen, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He don't make adjustments. How do we get pressure on Dak Prescott?
Shouts out to Steven, Cowboys fan. Shouts out to you for joining us, bro.
You know what? And he's cool as shit. That means he's one of those Cowboys that I can talk to.
It's not too many.
It's not too many that you can actually talk to that's like realistic, because every week that they win is we them boys. And that's it, man. We going to the Super Bowl. How about them Cowboys? That's all it is every week, man. They obnoxious. But if you ain't that dude, I can talk to you. If you ain't that guy, I could talk to you, man. I could talk to you. Yeah, so keep your questions coming. Keep your predictions coming. Toronto Lock says 2027 special team scoring in this game. So that's what Trump. You think you got want to run one back?
We've been waiting on it.
I think Williamson might run one back before CP do.
Williams is hungry.
Williams, I want to see the Rook run one back. He's there. He's right there. When I be seeing him, I'm like he's close. Mm-hmm. He's close. But yeah. So like I said, you don't want to have any predictions, but who do you think particularly needs to play? I'm gonna try to get him into something. So I'm gonna say, like, who do you think?
He said, but I still gotta ask.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you for a score. I'm not gonna ask you who's gonna play well, but defensively, who do the Cowboys must account for on particularly every down, so you won't wreck the game.
I'm gonna say this: if they don't have an answer for Anthony Rush, it's gonna be a long day for their offense. They gotta have an answer for Anthony Rush, because if he's pushing guys back, if he's being a nuisance in the middle where you have to account for, him, and we're talking about accounting for a defensive tackle like him, is essentially you got to have two eyes on him. One guy that's assigned to him, and a guy that's just, just looking out. And basically, what looking out means, he's really just, all right. If there's nothing going on over here immediately, then I go over there and help this guy out. Because if they have to put two guys on him, assign two guys to Anthony Rush, the Falcons are going to have a long. They're going to have a good. They're going to have a good day, because what Dean Pease like to do, he doesn't rely on just one aspect of pass rush, and this is why these goofy motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up and need pressure. It's because pressure is all about coverage. Okay, you still have to have talented defensive linemen, but pass rush is all predicated on coverage. And the reason why the Falcons aren't able to blitz as much is because you got to have consistency in your secondary. And we've had some injuries the past few weeks with our secondary guys. It's probably like the first time it's like in the last two games that the secondary has actually been together. Avery Williams, AJ Terrell, Fabian Moreau, Jalen Hawkins. Like, this is the first time in quite some time these guys have all been healthy at the same time. So now, once he started to get that camaraderie and that chemistry together, then he's going to start blitzing. That's going to see Grady as a 3-tech. You're going to see him playing defensive end. So you're going to see a number of things. So it's, again, you just got to be patient, man, because the coverage for the Falcons, they I think they either 12th or 14th. I don't remember exactly which one, but I think it's 14 as of right now. So they're doing a great job at covering, and it's all about just getting these guys, and I'm bleeding like hell right now. I'm a weirdo. I like to pick out my fucking scabs and shit, and I'm bleeding like hell over here. So,
ladies and gentlemen, your blood sacrifice for tomorrow.
I'm literally bleeding like hell over here. So yeah, I'm a weirdo. I do goofy shit like that, and I'm blood all over the damn place right now. So
that's like legit when you say I bleed red. I bleed red.
I apologize. I apologize,
bro. Maurice, Amy, what's up, bro? Like, appreciate you coming out every weekend with us, man. With a possible playoff berth, do you see us keeping Calvin Ridley? I know he meant Ridley. Next season. Honestly, I don't. We know we want to say it. I found out another tidbit here, another numbers thing. Shout out to Matt Carley. Follow him on Twitter. He has He's a legit follow, man. If you want to know like numbers and just like the game of football, follow this dude, man. Like, he knows exactly what he's talking about. And on his podcast. Apparently, like, if we extend Grady and we extend Matt, we free up $30 million in cap for next year. Oops.
Did you just say that? Tell me you didn't just say that.
Booker T. Yo, $30 million in cap. So, yeah, now you got a chance to re-sign Fourier and keep your key players. And also, you can go out and get one of them boys. Now you could be in a conversation for one of them boys. What is Devontae Adams? Would Devontae Adams look good in that red and black? Would Devontae Adams look good in that red and black?
Yeah, baby. They got money to work with.
They'll have money to work with that you can throw at somebody, man.
And can't they add? They could add more if they do Deion Jones too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think Deion. Yeah, they could get Deion, pay Fourier. They still have money to pay Fourier. Yeah, they can do some things, man.
It really depends on how Calvin really comes back, bro. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun and state that, because if we on a run and he comes back and he's averaging 100 yards and a touchdown a game, it just changes the dynamic of it. We just got to see what these last 7 games.
I think it's beyond football with the Falcons and their decision on whether or not to keep Calvin Ridley. It's beyond football. I don't think it has nothing to do with football at this point. I think the Falcons, especially what we're seeing now, with the releases of guys like Deedon Not and a lot of these young guys and a lot of veteran Tui being released. Like these guys are big on trust. So if they can't trust you to be there for them, this is not a Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitri. These guys just keep you around because you got talent. These guys got to be able to trust you. And I don't know if they trust Calvin Ridley at this point. So you're absolutely right about that. It depends. But I mean, we got Odell Beckham with the Rams right now. So weird shit could happen. I don't think anybody would have saw that coming. So I'm not going to sit here and say Calvin is poised to be here. I would have never even thought Julio Jones would have pulled what he pulled. So at this point in time, I'm not going to say that Calvin for sure is here or he's here to stay. I really don't know.
Man, I don't know if he's for some. I'm not going to say for someone like that, but because I understand when you're going through something mentally, and I get that. But we know how the NFL is, and we're not talking about him personally. So before, let me preface my statement by saying that it's like we're not talking about the man personally. We're talking about what, like on the field, when we getting ready to watch the game and we don't see 18 out there. That's it, and that's all we're talking about. And we already know Thanos Fontenot is all about, just like you said, he's all about getting trust. So again, this is what we're talking about. So I don't know if Ridley would really sit there and try to pull I want to get like $20 million. You know, and that's the first thing they're gonna pull because this is a business. Like you want $20 million and you went on IR because you had some issues that you had to deal with. It's like we need people that's gonna be here. Plain and simple. Like we appreciate what you gonna ask.
It happened with the first year of the new GM.
Yeah.
Like if this would have happened with Dan, new GM and coach come in, it's different. But it's happening on the first year, so it's kind of trust. It's kind of tough to build that trust, and then you're gone for 4 games. So you're right.
I mean, GMs want their guys. Like GMs want their guys.
That's a great point. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, you know, that's why GMs, they hire their coaches and they get their quarterbacks. Unless like you have like a lot of money tied in quarterbacks, like in this situation in Atlanta, it's easier. But again, it's tough to the point where eventually you're going to have to draft the heir apparent. But what I'm saying is usually what you see when a GM comes in is the first thing he does, he gets his guy, like his coach. And then from there, it's like, okay, we need to get a franchise guy. You know, we need to get a franchise quarterback. If you need to understand how this thing works, look what's happening in New York with the Jets and the Giants. Okay, you don't want to hear. Bro, you don't want to hear what's going on ESPN New York radio up here, man. It's bad. When I'm driving into work, I can't listen to that. I listen to y'all driving into work, man. I can't listen to that mess, man. Yeah, because all they talk about is like this is too much transition, like a whole bunch of transition. If you want to see how this thing works right, then look at your Atlanta Hawks. That's how you build franchises. That's how you build things the right way. Look at the Atlanta Braves. That's how you build things the right way for the future. That's how you do it. And it's safe to say the Atlanta Hawks was going through a scandal with was it Ferry? And they got past that. You know what I'm saying? So remember that BS that they were going through? Yeah. But in the midst of all that, they still was be able to develop a team that you guys could be proud of. You know? It's happening right now for the Falcons. It's just the fact that our fans are a little bit fickle. I don't understand why, you know, but they're fickle like that. We got real fans that are spread around, but Twisted, you like you gonna say something, man.
I was reading the comments. Somebody said I'll give Red 3 years, $60 million.
Give his ass shit.
20 what?
The fuck?
He ain't been 20 million. The most I'm giving Red is 14, 15. I can't give him 20. I'm just being that's just me personally.
I can't even give him 14, 15.
I'm not giving him that. He ain't been here. He ain't been on the field. Why I'm against somebody?
14, I can't give him $14, $15 million if you can't go over the middle.
You got a great point there.
Well, I don't see us getting no receiver in free agency, man. I think we'll draft one with that second round. We got 2 second-round picks.
I mean, you can get A-Rob.
Big tackle in that first round, and let's see what we can get out of one of those second-round picks. Because receivers are good in college. Receivers aren't the issue as much coming from college to NFL.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep this in mind.
Pass rush that you worry about. Pass rushers is hard. And linemen, they are hard to grade coming to the NFL.
You got to keep this in our mind also, because Dave Regrone is obviously and the offensive line coach. His name escapes me right now, but those guys play an intricate part of the players that they're going to train. And those guys may want to go elsewhere, or they may want to stay, and they want their style of player. So why do I bring that up? Is because we know that Dean, that for the most part, Arthur calls the plays, but a lot of people really don't they don't know. Dave Regrone is real. He's a real intricate part of what this offense and how we attack each week. So they're going to bring in their style of players. That right there is the biggest thing. They're going to bring in their style of players, and we're going to see the Falcons pass up on a lot of talent that a lot of people think we should get, or who we get, because they're going to be focused on their type of players. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need to focus. And that's what we see it even in free agency. Guys, like I said even a while back, when I kept seeing the Falcons, releasing all these defensive tackles, like, why y'all keep like they'll sign guys, they'll bring them in, and these guys be like 343, 330, 340, and they'll bring them in and they'll cut them. They'll bring them in and they cut them. They're letting you know the type of players that they want in this game. They bring in big defensive tackles who can eat up space, and they bring in linebackers who are in the size of 6'2" to 6'4", and these guys are like 230 to 250. That's what they're looking for. So it's not a secret what the Falcons are going to be doing. And as far as the wide receivers are concerned, I would not be surprised if the Falcons make a play on Adams. I really wouldn't be surprised, because you can really give him $30 to $40 million up front, and you do that for 2 years, and you can develop a young wide receiver, and then send Calvin. You can send Calvin. Oh my God, really?
No.
He got that price tag. Got to come down.
Definitely.
That price tag got to come down though.
He getting paid either.
Yeah, yeah. That price. I think Mike Thomas would actually be perfect for this offense, but I'm not paying that man no $20 million. That ain't happening.
But would the Saints still have to pay him a portion of that contract anyway, though?
So that's gotta be part of trade. Yeah. I'm putting
Terry don't play that.
Have to pick that up.
Terry don't play that.
They don't play that, man. Yeah, they don't. That's one thing. A lot of teams are really taking our blueprint. All right, they taking our blueprint. They taking on that. They getting other teams to take on that money and saying, "Look, you can have this guy if you agree to take on the money." Falcons ain't taking on that money like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love. I like that.
He's out another week. Shout out to John Torres, man. I think he's out another week, man.
Oh,
I think who is out another week. Again.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
Who?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Who is that? Like who? Like an owl? Who? Like who is it?
Who?
I don't know that man.
Bro, I mean,
again, man, again.
I think. Well, I'll put it like this. Yeah, we could draft another wide receiver. You know, you get a guy or whatever like that. I mean, personally speaking, I've been speaking this guy up. You know, I like Anthony Miller. You know, I like Denzel Mims, somebody that knows the that knows the playbook. Anthony Miller could come in here on the cheap and played under Dave Ragone. So maybe somebody that knows the system, because Gage is a free agent after this year too, right? He's a UFA too, right? Yeah.
Yes,
so I mean, I'm a believer, go get your money. You know, so if Gage gonna get his money, hello Jacksonville, you know, because you know he's probably gonna go somewhere that's bad, you know. You know,
I just said Jacksonville. He'll probably end up
nasty work.
It's gonna either be Jacksonville, Houston, or Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, you go somewhere, it's gonna be a lot of money. You know, like Slide. You know, go get your money though. But I would say like somebody that can come in and instantly contribute, that knows the playbook. I like Anthony Miller, and he got speed too. You know, so like I said, him, Mims, but like I said, we already did the score predictions. We're gonna get you guys onto that Georgia Dogs game. What you need to do, all 135 y'all, scout this team and see who you would like. I'm giving y'all homework. I want to see who y'all like to see in that red and black next year. Besides Jordan Davis, we already know. We've been banging the drum for Jordan Davis. Who else would you like to see? Receiver, linebacker, who else? Okay, come back next week. We'll talk about that. I'll make that part of the subject. You can actually come on with us if you got the subject. You know, so if you know somebody that you would like to see, you know, put it on for like, you know, next week, and then I'll have you on for the show or whatever, okay? So I want to say my goodbyes, you know, because, you know, my kid somewhere tearing up the house or whatever. So, you know, so, you know, 133 eyes, 133 likes, 133 subscriptions. Subscribe to AFN, Mad Mike Sports. Say a prayer for K-Styles. You know, he's on the mend, but he's probably going to be back this week. You know, you can't keep that man down. The sixth man will be coming off the bench. You know, he will be coming off the bench. He's coming back, okay? He's coming back. And welcome him back with open arms. What you got, Twisted?
Hey man, appreciate all y'all joining us. Another Saturday morning complete. Let's look for a great team effort tomorrow. Let's make sure we cheering and showing out on Twitter and talking our stuff to these Cowboys. Appreciate y'all joining us, man. It's always a blessing to be able to talk to you guys about Falcons football. Because as you see, this whole week, I don't see no ESPN, no Shannon and Skip discussing the Falcons. Like, they are talking only the Cowboys, which doesn't make any sense. If you're a sports analyst and you're on these big networks, you're here to break down both teams. If I don't care what y'all say, y'all showed out for the Saints beating the Bucks a week before. We beat them, and now you don't talk about it.
Yep.
I don't like that. I'm glad Harry Douglas is on ESPN. Hopefully we get some more camera time for the Falcons. But if not, we'll take our respect starting week to week as we did last week. Let's continue it. Let's get our revenge week this week versus the Cowboys. Let's shut them up. Let's get these media to understand this team is rebuilding, but we working to rebuild. We trying to make plays and get to the best place possible. With Matty Ice, it's possible. Please subscribe and like all the content. AFN, Twisted Torch, K-Styles, Mad Mike. Hit up J-Rock on Twitch, Miss Maggie. Hit us all up. It's all in the description, man. Appreciate y'all.
Well,
Go ahead, Mike. Finish it off, man.
I just gotta say this. Our motherfucker did a lot of talking this week when the Falcons were down. Y'all did a lot of talking. Y'all did a lot of typing. As soon as these dudes get at 500, everybody trying to act like they act like nothing happened. Oh, I remember it. We got plenty of receipts. We got plenty of screenshots. I remember everything. I don't forget nothing. So if this team continue to go down that winning road, your ass will be called out. So get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. That's all I gotta say about that. We about to get at it. Believe that. I got screenshots. Look, bro. Look, I could go through history. Everything that you ever typed on this mug. Look, I'm that petty. I will. You gonna get it. You gonna get everything. So don't hop on board like a lot of people did with the Braves. But you know, it is what it is. We got that championship, but a lot of people act like they was Braves fans, and I ain't never seen it with a Braves tweet, a Braves post, the Braves hat, no nothing. That's a whole nother story. But don't jump on board and saying Matty Ice, my quarterback, Matty Ice. Oh man, I ain't hate Matt Ryan, man. I just wanted to win, man. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Y'all about to get all this work. I promise you, you getting all this work. I'm going back to my rants. All right. I'm going back to my rant. Y'all better be careful about what y'all comment on, because y'all about to get the old Mad Mike. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of all these fake ass Falcons fans who saying they talking about they been Matt Ryan fans, they been fans all. I just wanted to win. I don't want to win. Nope, y'all about to get this working. That's all I got to say about that. Stay tuned this week, man. K Styles, he will be back. Twisted, we're gonna continue to do our thing, heavy hitters. Like he said before, man, everybody, please go to the description of every single video. Subscribe to everyone. You can even find us on Spotify. We're going to be uploading more of our content to our Spotify, so we can get some of that AFN. You know that our audio when you driving at work, and you can't use your cell phone while you're driving. So put that mug on Spotify. Listen to your boys. Like I said, man, we got a lot of stuff coming for it. But you guys, man, we appreciate you guys for continuously supporting us. It's been one hell of a week. I'm not gonna lie to you. My boy K Styles, that's my brother, man. And I'm just gonna be real. It ain't been the same without K Styles. That boy, he really is the sixth man. He really make this damn AFN. He make this shit go. I mean, it was nothing. AFN ain't nothing without K-Style. So with that being said, man, head over to everybody's respective channels. Hit us up. Show us some love. That's all I got to say about that. I'm about to go look at this midget ass stat. I hope I don't get to see damn Stetson Bennett, the 18th or whatever the hell he is. But yeah, go Dogs. That's all I got to say, man.
Peace.
See y'all next week. Peace.